Well, spring is here and weeds are in the lawn along with those pesky pests. So get rid of both with the grass nerds. We're joined by Nick, who's going to tell us a bit more about why you should be nerding out with the nerds when it comes to your lawn. Everybody wants to have that perfect looking lawn, and you guys can help them get there.
Absolutely. Yard envy.
Actually, I'm missing something. Hold on. I'm missing something real quick.
Oh, wait.
Let's get nerded up,
Oh,
Marcus.
yes.
There you go.
I need my glasses.
We got to get you some.
Thank you.
All right, now I can nerd out.
Now
You
can.
look great. You're ready for the segment. Yard envy is so real. Nothing makes a homeowner more proud than driving home and having one of the best looking yards in the neighborhood. Not everybody's there, so we kind of help fill that gap.
Yes.
We're a partnership with the yard, so the homeowners take care of the mowing. We take care of it, keeping it green and weed free and pest free as well.
And you guys start from the soil level of like testing the soil to kind of see exactly what needs to be done. So you guys really get nerdy with it to make sure that you're giving the lawn exactly what it needs.
Absolutely. And by the way, we're a local company, so we were upstate, born and bred. That's super critical. This climate is very unique. Grass type's unique.
It's different, yeah.
Every yard's a little bit different, so we actually do take it down to a soil science. We test every soil. We work with Clemson University to give everybody feedback on their yard once a year. So not only are we treating it properly for timing of weed control and fertilization, we actually customize it to your lawn specifically.
Can you help? Because, like, you know, when you're building a house, you don't know certain things. And, like, if you're doing it from scratch, like, you can actually choose what kind of grass and stuff. I had no idea. I'm like, I just want the pretty grass. What do you mean there's
I know,
different?
these guys were talking to me last week about fescue
and all,
I was like, that was too nerdy for me.
It's different stuff, but can you help even from like that process? Like if I'm building, be like, Nick, I want just the real pretty green grass.
Yes, we can help educate you along the way for sure. We definitely work with established lawns. So once the yard is in place, that's when we take over from as soon as you get it sodded to as soon as you get it seeded, we can help out from there. But you mentioned it perfectly. There are so many different grass types. And what we do is we actually tailor specific programs to that grass type. A lot of people don't do that, and the yard misses out. So we want to make sure that specific grass type gets that specific treatment.
And so what are things happening in our lawns right now? People are in an interesting position.
I'm sure you've probably been outside this weekend. You had some little league going on. Everybody's starting to sports.
But half of the grass is inside now.
I hate that too. My dog's bringing tons of grass inside. So much is happening with the lawns right now. Most of our yards are that brown, dormant-looking grass. They're starting to green up.
Also,
yes, ma'am. Also, our weeds are growing like crazy.
Yes.
So there's a lot happening with them. They're starting to grow, which means weeds are growing. So that means we have to be more proactive and more reactive to what's happening to the yard. So we're actively treating for weeds, not only fighting the ones we see, but we prevent the ones coming into the spring and summer, and also starting our fertilization program so that when spring and summertime hits, that yard's popping.
It's popping.
And you don't want to wait on this too. This is one of the things that we're talking about. Is like people are like, oh, I'll deal with it in a couple months or a couple weeks.
It'll be too late.
It's too late. This is something you want to take care of right now.
This is a process. Starting now will set you up so much quicker.
Because what happens if you were like, it's just a couple weeds, I'll just pull a few. Like if you just kind of go that route, what will happen?
Try it.
You
see how it goes,
and then call you.
It's a lot of weeds. Even if you had your yard under control for a certain amount of seasons or for last year, every year is different. New weather patterns, new environments, new heat patterns bring in different types of weeds, and the yard has to adjust. And that's where we actually look at our programs year after year. So we don't just put a blanket program. We look at it year to year to make sure your yard is getting what it needs.
And you guys have different packages, so there are nerds standing by to take your call in case you need them.
Absolutely. It's super easy to get started. You can actually call a nerd right now. We got them standing by. We custom measure your yard digitally, so you actually don't have to have us come out to do it. Everything's measured off of square footage.
But we want y'all to come visit us.
We definitely can. You'll see us more often. It's more practical for us to go treat the yard. And then we do have programs. You can enroll in our high school, college, or PhD program, and if you're super nerdy, there's some extra credit. There's a whole menu of options on there, but we want to make it simple for you guys to get what you need for your lawn.
You make it simple and fun. The Grass Nerds.
Thank you guys so much. We appreciate it.